21 specialized voices. It sounds like the AI is finally learning how to sound like actual humans in a sales call.
And now the real question isn't just if the AI can talk, but which voice you choose to build trust with.
Welcome back, I'm Bella.
And I'm Michael. This show's scripted and produced with AI, built by Tahababa, pulling today's stories straight from blog.tahababa.com.
If you want these landing in your feed most days, go ahead and subscribe. Let's get into it. So, SpaceX AI just rolled out 21 new flagship voices for their voice agent builder, specifically tailored for support and sales. That sounds like a significant step in making AI interactions feel more human.
It is certainly a move toward specialization. The key takeaway here is that the focus is shifting from generic AI voices to domain-specific ones, which should naturally improve user trust in automated interactions.
Exactly. It reflects a broader trend where businesses are realizing that a one-size-fits-all voice won't cut it for complex customer engagement. How do you think this specialization impacts the overall quality of automated service?
I suspect the quality will dramatically improve. When a voice is optimized for a specific use case, like sales or support, the interaction feels much more targeted and less robotic. It moves AI from being a functional tool to a genuinely engaging partner.
That makes sense. It really pushes the industry toward optimizing the voice experience based on the specific business goal. It makes me wonder how quickly other platforms are catching up to this level of fine-tuning. Wow, this lawsuit between Apple and OpenAI is huge. It sounds like a massive clash over intellectual property and hardware design.
It really is. The core issue seems to be the alleged systematic theft of designs, facilitated by recruiting hundreds of former Apple employees to build the hardware team.
Exploiting authentication bugs to get those designs sounds incredibly shady. It brings up the question of how much control companies actually have over the talent that drives innovation now.
Exactly. It forces us to consider how companies can better safeguard their IP while navigating this intense cross-industry talent mobility landscape in the AI hardware space.
So we start with OpenAI. It sounds like there was a significant shakeup in their safety systems following the departure of Johannes Heidecke.
Indeed, the move is directly linked to some concerning misaligned behaviors observed in the new GPT-5.6 model. It highlights the tension between rapid advancement and necessary oversight.
That raises the classic dilemma, doesn't it? How do you manage the pressure to innovate while ensuring that safety measures keep pace?
Exactly. As these systems grow more complex, the challenge isn't just technical, it's about establishing effective AI governance. We need to figure out how to embed robust safety without stifling the pace of development.
It makes you wonder what lessons the industry can draw from this experience regarding building safer AI systems moving forward. Anthropic just extended promotional access for Claude Fable 5 and boosted usage limits for Claude Code. That sounds like a serious push for developers right now.
It is, but the real story is how they bundled autonomous web navigation into the code model. That built-in browser capability changes the landscape significantly.
I'm fascinated by the autonomous navigation aspect. It really opens up possibilities for faster, more complex coding tasks.
Exactly. The challenge now shifts from just writing code to managing that autonomy securely within a team environment. How do you manage that control?
That's the core question, isn't it? How do we ensure those powerful new features enhance productivity without compromising security and oversight?
It forces teams to reevaluate their workflow boundaries. It's less about the code the AI writes and more about the guardrails we build around it.
So, Perplexity has integrated Grok 4.5 as the orchestration engine for its computer agent. That sounds like a seriously big step in autonomous computing.
It certainly is. Moving from just generating answers to actually orchestrating complex actions in a digital environment changes the whole dynamic of how these agents operate.
How do you think that integration specifically impacts the user experience? Will workflows become much more automated?
I suspect it means a shift toward less instruction following and more goal-oriented execution. The focus will move from prompting to actual task completion.
That makes sense. It feels like we're moving closer to systems that can handle entire project chains on their own. It's fascinating how quickly agentic systems are evolving. ByteDance is pushing hard into the video space with this 30-second AI model, aiming directly at Google's Gemini Omni. That sounds like a serious challenge for content creation right now.
It certainly is a significant move. When you think about rapid, high-quality video generation, this isn't just an incremental update. It could fundamentally change how content is produced across the board.
Exactly. If they can make that accessible and fast, the opportunities for creators to experiment and produce complex storytelling will explode. How do you think marketing teams will respond to that level of speed?
They will need to shift focus from manual editing to prompt engineering and strategic direction. The focus will move from making the video to perfecting the vision behind the video.
So it's less about the technical generation and more about the strategic application of these tools. It really opens up new avenues for how businesses approach storytelling and reach audiences. So the idea of fully automated, no-person companies where AI agents handle everything is genuinely mind-blowing. It feels like a radical shift away from traditional business models.
It certainly is. But the real sticking point isn't the automation itself, it's the governance. If an AI is running an enterprise, where does the accountability lie when things go wrong?
Exactly. That brings up the big philosophical question. How do we ensure these systems remain aligned with human values and regulatory frameworks?
That's the million-dollar question. We're talking about creating a new layer of oversight that can handle autonomous decision-making without sacrificing legal responsibility.
It makes you wonder how quickly regulators can catch up to the speed of this technological evolution. It's a huge test for how we define ownership in the future. Wow, Meta actually shut down their Muse feature because of non-consensual AI photos. That feels like a massive ethical reckoning for the whole industry.
It certainly highlights the friction point between rapid innovation and the real-world harm that can occur when tools are deployed without sufficient safeguards.
Exactly. It makes you wonder how companies are supposed to balance pushing the boundaries of AI creation with protecting user rights and preventing misuse.
It forces the question, what specific measures do we need to implement to ensure these powerful generative tools are used responsibly moving forward?
I think the focus needs to shift heavily toward robust content protection and transparent consent mechanisms built directly into the AI infrastructure.
A necessary shift, at least. Innovation is exciting, but responsibility has to be the foundation for any future development in this space.
All right, let's dive into our final rapid-fire round. Michael, we have a lot hitting the AI frontier.
We do. Let's start with some pure AI breakthroughs.
GPT-5.6 Sol Ultra solved a 50-year-old graph theory problem in under an hour.
Free digital skills training program launched for fundraising professionals.
Satya Nadella and Sam Altman engaged in a public exchange on X following Apple's lawsuit against OpenAI.
S&P Global identified OpenAI as a key credit risk for Oracle and downgraded its credit rating.
India's Tata Consultancy Services plans to hire up to 89 zero AI deployment engineers.
Little's owner proposed leading the development of an EU AI gigafactory in Germany.
The New York court system banned smart glasses in all courthouses over recording concerns.
Researchers developed an AI system with a virtual cerebellum to improve learning and adaptability.
Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan, and Bank of America tightened rules on employee trading of prediction market contracts tied to financial markets, politics, companies, and macroeconomic events.
Block reached a $45 million settlement with 46 U.S. states over allegations that Cash App failed to protect users from fraud.
Anthropic appointed former Federal Reserve Chair Ben Bernanke to its independent long-term benefit trust.
Accounting AI leaders stated that autonomous agents aren't yet capable of fully autonomous workflow ownership.
Generative AI is enabling the creation of fake financial documents that are bypassing traditional mortgage verification systems.
Paradigm raised a $1.2 billion fund to invest in technical frontier startups beyond crypto, including AI, robotics, drones, and space.
Circle received OCC approval to operate as a trust bank, allowing it to manage reserves for USDC and other regulated stablecoins directly.
Elliott Investment Management built a significant stake in CCC Intelligent Solutions, a car insurance software firm exploring a sale.
Apple sued OpenAI and former Apple employees, alleging theft of trade secrets to accelerate OpenAI's consumer hardware push.
Sony secured conditional approval to establish a U.S. trust bank to support the issuance and management of dollar-backed stablecoins.
Google Research suggests quantum computers could break Bitcoin's cryptography by 2029.
SK Hynix raised $26.5 billion in the largest foreign IPO in U.S. history, marking a 13% stock increase on its debut.
Melius launched a creative Canvas AI agent for generating digital assets in bulk via a node-based interface.
Palantir and Satya Nadella advocate for AI sovereignty to retain control over proprietary corporate data and models.
ChatGPT Work introduced a new agent capable of taking actions across computers or phones to automate tasks.
Google opposes broad site blocking measures in Europe as U.S. piracy blocking legislation gains momentum.
A global memory shortage is raising PC, Mac, and server prices, prompting CIOs to extend device refresh cycles.
IBM Bob expands from code generation to orchestrating the full software development lifecycle, SDLC.
BitTitan expands migration, Wiz to support Microsoft Teams, private chat migrations.
Okta is replacing legacy service account authentication for Microsoft 365 provisioning with application-based authentication.
A VentureBeat survey found 57% of enterprises have seen AI agents confidently provide incorrect answers due to missing business context.
A ready-to-use shadow AI policy template has been released to help companies develop AI usage frameworks.
A regulator has seized over $800,000 from an aid charity under investigation.
A refugee charity has cut jobs after a drop in core income sources.
OpenAI's head of safety is leaving as the company integrates safety and research teams.
Microsoft made GPT-5.6 the preferred model in Microsoft 365 Copilot and routed some Excel/Outlook prompts to internal models to reduce inference costs.
Mistral launched Robostral Navigate, its first robotics model for factories, warehouses, and physical automation.
Hyundai integrated Boston Dynamics Atlas humanoid robot into a live FIFA World Cup 2026 halftime entertainment.
UC San Diego researchers completed preclinical surgeries using teleoperated humanoid robots, including a gallbladder removal.
Indeed, Hiring Lab found agentic AI may be shifting some AI-exposed jobs from destruction narratives toward new job posting growth.
The Substrate forecasted that China could produce a Mythos-like frontier cyber model around February 2027.
The updated shift left manifesto emphasizes lineage starting in producer code rather than downstream data warehouses.
Databricks found that several models, including open-source options like GLM 5.2, perform well on real internal coding tasks.
That's today's show, scripted and produced with AI by Taha Baba.
You can read the full write-up anytime at blog.tahababa.com. And if you want these landing in your feed most days, hit subscribe.
See you next time.